friend. Welcome to the Fruitful Fertility Podcast. Do you want to better understand your body so you can get pregnant naturally? Do you find yourself up late at night Googling how to ovulate on your own or natural fertility tips? Do you feel lost on what your next step should be? Hey, I'm Tori, a registered nurse, Christian fertility coach, and your new TTC BFF. When I started my fertility practice, I realized how much the modern medical system was missing when it came to supporting women trying to get pregnant. I knew God had called me to this space to bridge that gap and provide more natural fertility support and education. With time and a little trial and error, I found a foundational way to assess infertility cases and get better results. In this podcast, you will finally understand how your body and fertility work, support to stay off that emotional roller coaster, and a proven strategy to improve ovulation and increase your fertility naturally. If you're ready to get started, drop those ovulation sticks and grab a pen because, girl, you look fertile to me. Okay, guys, I am testing something a little bit different. Instead of doing a little intro where I talk about what we're going to talk about and then go into the little intro jingle and then into content, I'm just going to cut the intro out and get straight to the content. Is that something that sounds good to you? I am noticing I am such a no fluff girl. Like, I don't need the fluff. I need exactly what I'm coming for. And usually the titles of the podcast kind of get straight to the point. So I really want to know your opinions. Come on Instagram or in the private Facebook community and tell me your thoughts. Like, no, I kind of like the intro. Yes, thank you for cutting the fluff. Let me know where you're at. Let me know if you're kind of a no fluff girl like me. Today, we are diving into lies in the fertility world you need to break free from, because a lot of us are living under these negative thoughts, these statistics, these just lies that we've been told by the medical system or Google or our doctor or whoever, and it's just simply not true, and it's keeping us stuck. So I want you to break free from all of this today, and I'm going to tell you exactly what the lies are. We're going to root them out and help you move forward. Number one. Can you guess what number one is? I don't know if I talk about this way too much or not enough, but number one is that you have to wait a year to get help. This is my absolute pet peeve. Make me mad, make me want to punch somebody in the face. Lie. And that is because you go to the doctor, right? You go to your OB, you tell them, hey, we've been trying for, 3 or 4 months and nothing's happening. So what do we need to do? And they say, we'll keep trying for a year. So for a whole year, you are disappointed, confused, wishing you could get help, but feeling like you're not allowed to because your doctor told you have to wait a year to go to the fertility clinic. And guys, this is simply not true. If you hear nothing else in this podcast, please hear this. You do not have to wait a year to get help. You have more options. I'm finding something that I'm really excited about is that more people are coming into my circle, coming to this podcast, coming to the free Facebook group that are about 3 to 4 months into trying. And the reason this really excites me is because the hope is that we will save them from being the person that's been in this 3 or 4 years. And if you are one of the people that have been in it 3 or 4 years, I'm so sorry that you have not been given the care that you deserve. But I'm glad you're here because we're going to fix it. But if you are that person that is in here like 3 or 4 months and you're like, well, I don't really know what I should be doing, you are doing the exact right thing. Looking for answers, looking for more support at about 4 months is the perfect time. And I'm seeing that my clients that come to me at 3 or 4 months are pregnant within 1 to 2 months generally, because they're starting at a really great place. We're catching them before their minerals are completely depleted, before their mindset is really jacked up, right? Like if you are one of those, you know what I mean, in the most loving way, that the negative pregnancy test, the periods that keep coming with the lack of support is a bad combination. And that's where a lot of you have been stuck, and that is not fair to you. So again, number one, you do not have to wait a year to get help. Okay. Number two is that you're broken and you need to be fixed. So kind of the general consensus is, and the way it feels is that if you are not getting pregnant, something is wrong with you. And women also get the short end of the stick because it instantly falls to us. And it's a two-way, it takes two to tango. It's a two-way street. I like to say that nobody is the problem. I don't like to identify someone in the couple as the problem. I don't think that's healthy. But sometimes there's an instance where there's someone that needs more support than the other, but we should always be working on it together. But if you are the person who needs a little more support, you are not broken. All you need is the right tools, the right guidance, a little tweak, and everything can change. Your fertility is ever changing, ever improving. You are not broken. Please hear this. Please let me speak this over you. You are not broken, my friend. Many of you have heard me say that our body is always trying to keep us safe. So while sometimes it feels like you're broken and your body's working against you and your body's never going to cooperate, that is truly not the case. We just, again, need a little tweak, a little love, a little nourishment, and we're back in the game. So you are not broken. Number 3 is that you need medication to ovulate. So a lot of you guys are dealing with not sure if you're ovulating or you're not ovulating. And so you think the next thing to do is to go get Clomid or Letrozole or whatever because you need medication to ovulate if you are not ovulating. But that is not always true and usually not true. Because if we look at the root cause, why are you not ovulating? Is it stress? Is it a lack of minerals? Sometimes it's a lack of mineral B vitamins. It's a lack of protein. I say it all the time. The thing that I see bring clients periods back and helps them ovulate is protein and walking. And that seems way too simple and it's free. So it's not a like in-depth treatment. It just, you want to overlook it because it's so simple. But please don't. You do not need medication to ovulate. We can figure out what's going on. We can implement some really good foundations like you find in the Boost Your Fertility Blueprint, or we can do your HTMA test and see what minerals we need to improve on. But you do not need medication to ovulate, I promise. And just because your Aneto strips or your LH strips are not showing that you ovulated does not mean that you did not. While I really love the Aneto because I love looking at the hormones, I love looking at the trends, I think it's a great tool. Quite often, I have clients that turn up pregnant and say, hey, I'm pregnant, but my Aneto never confirmed ovulation. So maybe I should add that one in here too. Maybe this is a 3.5, is that just because your LH strips or your Aneto chart doesn't show that you ovulated does not mean that you did not or that you won't get pregnant. You could still turn up pregnant. These are just tools. These are just machines. They are not perfect by any means. So let's not put our faith in the strips and the labs and the testing. Let's put our faith in Jesus and that he's called us to be a mother and our own ability to be our own medicine, that you have it inside you to make the difference because you do. Number 4 is that IVF is your best option. So again, typically what it looks like is we go to our OB, we're told to wait a year, we wait a year, we go to the fertility clinic, they run their tests, do all their things, and they say, hey, you've got unexplained infertility or you've got XYZ, so you need IVF. And let's just really analyze this as almost a shopping situation. If you go to an ice cream shop, they are going to sell you ice cream, not French fries. If you go to a burger place, they are going to sell you burgers, not seafood, right? So when you go to the fertility clinic, they are going to sell you what they provide, and they provide artificial reproductive technologies, which is IUI, IVF. So no matter what you go for, they are most likely going to say, hey, IVF is your best option because that is what they sell. It does not mean that is what you need or it is your best option. It's your best option from what they sell, what they have on their shelf available to you, but not what is your best option, period. And you could say the exact same thing about me. I sell, quote unquote, natural fertility support. I'm not going to come to you and be like, hey, IVF is your best solution. I'm going to give you your best option based on natural support because that's what I quote unquote sell. So I always want you to consider the source. If you get an opinion from a doctor or whoever, consider the source, okay? 9 times out of 10, IVF is not your best option. IVF is what I would call your last chance Hail Mary. If we have tried everything else, if we have worked on our fertility on a foundational level, worked on our foundations, worked on our minerals, done all this detox and really just used all the tools available and it's still not working, then maybe IVF. Maybe. But I can tell you, first and foremost, it is not your best option. I feel like I need to take a deep breath because this episode is meant to empower you, but these are the things that make me so angry in the fertility world and where I feel like you are not served your best. So I feel like I'm getting really angry talking about them. And it's okay. It's okay. I need to woo-saw, calm down, do some deep breaths. I'm going to have to do some shaking and dancing to help regulate my nervous system when this episode is over, because I truly want you to believe that you have better options, that you have more effective options. So even going back to IUI and IVF, I was looking at the statistics the other day, and IUI is like 17%. 17%. IVF is somewhere between 25 and 35%. So that's a success rate. So you pay $20,000 for IVF. They can't tell you why you're not getting pregnant, but they can suggest IVF that's $20,000 and the success rate is 25 to 35%. It's insane to me. Then you look at the natural options, the methods that I use, the methods that other holistic practitioners use, and it's like a 40 to 70% success rate. Now tell me which one of those you want more. You want 25 to 35 or 40 to 70? It's a no-brainer, right? Okay. I don't know if that's not woo-sawing. That's just staying on the IVF soapbox. Okay, I'm going to get off and move to the next one. The last one is, so number 5 is, sorry, I'm making sure that I'm on the right number. My case must be complicated since it's taking so long. So for those of you who have been trying for years, you've been to all the doctors, you've taken all the supplements, you've done all the things, and you think, well, whatever I'm going to do to improve my fertility has to be complicated. It has to be surgical. It has to be expensive. It has to be something big because something is really wrong with me and it's taken 2 years and I'm not pregnant. And that is simply a lie. It is a story you have told yourself because it's the way the series of events has made you feel, which again, like we talked about in the holiday episode, our feelings are always valid, right? But we have to get to the root cause of why we feel that way. We feel that way because usually our doctors speak it over us. We're seeing other people get pregnant all the time on social media, so we assume something's wrong with us. We're broken, right? That's the other lie that we believe. And so we think it has to be really complicated because so often I'll sit down with clients and we'll go over their HTMA test and I'll give them their protocol, I'll explain it in depth, and at the end, they're kind of like, and you really think that's going to help me ovulate? You think this is going to help me get pregnant? Like they're almost underwhelmed in some ways. Like they think the testing is really cool, but they're almost underwhelmed by their protocol because it's so simple. But I see it work again and again and again. So yes, I have these clients that are 3 to 4 months in and they get pregnant 1 to 2 months. But guess what? My other statistic, I guess you could say, like my average thing that I'm seeing is someone who has been trying for more than 2 years and they're getting pregnant in less than 6 months using the protocols that I suggest. But they do start off a little apprehensive because they've been trying for so many years. And so it's so easy to believe that when I say, okay, we're going to up your protein, we're going to make sure you're walking every day, we're going to use this special blend of supplements because this is what would be perfect for you. And even the supplements are usually simple. Sometimes it's magnesium, vitamin B, and something like a digestive support, like a probiotic or digestive enzymes. And they're like, that's it? Like, no, you think all these doctors that have seen me, everyone I've seen, all this stuff I've done is going to be fixed by a probiotic, a vitamin B, and eating more protein. And I get it. That's hard to swallow. But it's only hard to swallow because you believe that you're broken and it has to be complicated to fix you. And it's not. It's not. You're not broken. You're meant to have babies. God called you to have babies. Your body was built to have babies. And all we have to do is give it the supplies it needs. And more than anything that you get from this podcast or my social media or wherever you're plugged in, I want you to believe in your ability to get pregnant, because that is step number 1, to believe God has called you to be a mother and to believe in your body's ability to get pregnant. We have got to believe those things before we can move forward. And you can. I'm here to encourage you. I'm here to speak truth over you, even if years of negative pregnancy tests make you think otherwise. You do not have to wait a year to get help. You do not need medication to ovulate. You are not broken and need to be fixed. Your case is not going to take something super complicated just because it's taking so long. Believe that and step into that and start doing it today. Whatever you got to do to reset your mind, there is a handful of episodes on this podcast about mindset and rewiring your brain and using prayer and getting in touch with God to help you believe these things. So listen to them, find them, scroll through them. I don't know the numbers off the top of my head. I probably should. But look through those mindset episodes and renew your mindset this year. Renew your mindset over these holidays while everything's busy. Maybe just put everything down and just work on that. Work on breaking these lies. Work on erasing the things that have been spoken over you, and work on your mindset, because Romans 12:2 tells us, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. The world's going to continue to knock us down. The world is going to continue to give us reasons to not believe that this is going to happen for us. But we are going to continue to renew our mind and stay rooted in Christ and the belief of what He has called us to do, and that He will bring that to us, that He will bring us to it, that He will bring us through all the obstacles, that He will make a way in His power, that we don't have to do it. We will take the steps, right? We're going to cast the net. We're going to do the work, but that God will provide the rest, not the world. And God can break through all these lies too. If you're ready for a plan and encouragement and motivation to help you bust through these lies and improve your fertility with a step-by-step plan to tell you exactly what to do, then check out Boost Your Fertility Blueprint. You can enroll anytime. Join us. We're waiting on you to help you break through these lies, to encourage you through the process, and to tell you exactly what to do. Wouldn't that be nice if someone just handed you a playbook and said, here's how you're going to improve your fertility. Here's how you're going to stay rooted in Christ. Here's some accountability and encouragement. And I promise I won't be this angry all the time. I'll be a little more bubbly, a little more happy. But we have to break through these lies. We cannot live here anymore. We have to move forward. And I want to help you do that. So join us and Boost Your Fertility Blueprint, and let's do it together. All right, I will see you guys next week. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If this episode touched your heart or taught you something, I'd be honored if you share it with a friend who could use the information too. And if you want to be the real MVP, then would you also take 30 seconds to tap those 5 stars at the bottom and leave a written review telling me what you're loving? It lights me up to know this podcast is really helping you. Don't forget, you're super cute and super fertile, so meet me back here next week and let's keep chatting and learning together.